Welcoming you into our coverage of the championship bout at 1 o'clock. It's Reinhardt and Truett McConnell. We're going to get underway and preview these two sides in first a moment. But now we look back on the whole tournament, highlight by highlight, day by day.
In this game to this point.
Big swing on that. Taylor crushes it back toward the wall. Pinballs off of the chain link, and the Lions running them home. Here come a pair as the ball skeeters off the backstop. Bryan College running it up in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Two-run double. Great swing.
Chopped across and headed to third, now coming home. Look at the wheels. At home plate, uncontested, a stand-up score to deadlock us at a run apiece between the Golden Tigers and the Bears.
See, that's why Brenau is dangerous. You get them at the top of their order. If they get one of their top,
Somebody just looked it up. They're the only koala. Is that you?
Yeah,
that's wild. That's cool.
Yeah, only koalas in the whole country. Crazy.
That's a koality mascot, as this is a foot race to first. Just over the bag. One away.
How many times he poked the bag, but
and he drills it to deep right field and one hops the fence. She'll hustle around second. She's going for third. The relay, not in time to throw, goes past the third baseman, but great backup by Madison Hood. Actually, it's the left fielder on that one, Reese Burns, who backs it up to keep that from getting away. Next pitch grounded through the right side into right. Coming around third. The throw to the plate, not in time. Johnson walks it off. RBI single by Adelaide Hubbard. And the Royals, the top seed in this AAC tournament, have pulled it off in extra innings.
Bresnell. The 1-2 is just ripped past Bresnell. Controlled, wanted to turn the double, but instead, it's going to be the second out of the side for Milligan's Buffs, and Reinhardt tried to take a swing on that, and she comes home to score another. Hello, 4-3, Milligan Buffs in the lead for the first time on day 2 of the AAC softball tournament.
They didn't check it.
Delivered, hammered, here she comes to score, and that's exactly what she'll do as she's in time and safe. Sliding through the clay to make it a 2-run advantage for the Buffaloes, who are thundering in their hometown, Kingsport, Tennessee.
My goodness, what an inning for the Buffs.
Be their largest win. Hello, ladies. The Milligan Buffs are coming to get us. We're in trouble. We got the INT photo shoot. There you go. Congratulations, Milligan Buffs. We love it, and we will see you tomorrow and throughout the tournament.
Trying to get the attention of Pikeville off the hitter.
Well, I think the attention's on this one to right field as it bloops down and scores the first run of the game. Hello, CIU Rams, here on the board, 2-0.
Huge swing of the bat from Raleigh Stewart, a triple out to right to bring home 2 runs. And that is a great start and a great rally here with 2 gone in this bottom of the second inning. Big swing.
Floater looking to retire the game, and they do. Pikeville's done it. The Bears win and advance in the 2026 Appalachian Athletic Conference Softball Tournament. Congratulations to you, Pike.
And then nibble on the edges of the zone.
controlled that, and sailing back towards the wall for the Brunel Golden Tigers, Dayton Power. How about it? Showing off all the power that she's got. Bang! Out of here for Brunel's Golden Tigers. They're right back in it again in the bottom side of the second in Kingsport.
Ground ball to shortstop with 2 outs that the shortstop Smith was unable to corral.
Oshaway hammers this, rolling through. That's going to score a run, and she is safe over at first, and the Eagles deadlock us, bringing home the pinch runner and sailing over home plate, not just once but twice to take the lead, 6-5 at the top of the 5th.
Huge swing of the bat from Oshaway there, and that is a clutch hit that has been sorely needed here in these last few half innings for these teams. Oshaway delivers. Next delivery from nicely. Grounded up the middle, a base hit. 1 run is in, the second runner storming around third to the plate. She slides in safely, and Bryan extends their lead to 3. It's 3-0.
Chopper right across to the shortstop. Ropes looking to turn the double. Got her! The double play! It's a 6-4-3 to retire the side. What a move for the Bryan Lions, who are cooking with gas. We're headed down the back third of this one in AAC tournament play. Lozano, roped fair, popped into the air, and that scores another for Brian Collins and the Lions as the bases remain loaded in Kingsport.
Unfortunate there for the Johnson defense.
Popped up, she is in trouble. Out near the wall, goodbye. Tagging up and coming home to score another, make it 6-0. Welcome to Kingsport, Tennessee. The Bears finding honey in the tree.
Yeah, 6-0 Truett after that sac fly from Riley Walker. A good
control. Johnson, it leaks into the left field, and that scores another pair of runs. The Royals bringing them home as Autumn Kaywood goes to work. It is now 3-2. Johnson Royals leading the Pikeville Bears on the top side of the 3rd inning. The 2 count is even up at 1. For the leadoff hitter on this side, floated back towards the wall, and we're deadlocked. Alexis Emery, dial up Pikeville, Kentucky on the cell phone. They're going to deliver that one airmail back home.
wow, what a huge at-bat for Emery. I mean, that is her first home run of the season. Comes in this game, an elimination game, trailing by 1 run to tie the score.
Alexis Emery cooking with gas. Jalen through the circle, and the play across is more than enough time to get home. Oh my goodness, ELGSES, the Eagles are on fire. It's 11-6.
7 runs.
Going after it, that thing runs through, and more runs coming for the Reinhardt Eagles as they score.
Wow. What an inning for the Buffaloes. Again, it's another 5-run inning against these Eagles.
I can't believe it. 6-0 Milligan. Trying to produce, ropes it out. That's it. Truett McConnell wins. The Bears win. Truett McConnell advances in the winner's bracket in the 2026 AAC softball tournament. Congratulations to the Bears. Championship Friday on the line. Pettit delivers, rope through the circle, loose, gathered, sent to first, done. Reinhardt wins. Reinhardt advances to Championship Friday, 5-3, a victory over the Johnson Royals, and just able to close it out in the bottom of the 7th. What a battle down to the wire. Hits that, and it's going to go off the wall. She's making her way to scoring position. Down at 3rd, they're going to keep going into the 6th inning and put themselves back at bat, but they might not be able to, as this is a roper down. Stays fair, she's in the scoring position. 2 now as the ball is loose, headed to 3 and slides in. A prime game
Is a huge one.
and that's choppered through. Hey, there you go. That one comes home effortless. TMU, a 2-run advantage in the top of the 8th. It's 3-1. Bears lead the Bryant College Lions.
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Gear up and climb the Hawk's Nest. Work together as a team to complete 4 high ropes challenges, all while suspended 40 feet in the air. Finish with a zip through the canopies on our 310-foot zip line. Our ground course features 9 exciting challenges and is perfect for large and small groups. The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Thrilling fun for group events, parties, and field trips.
Walk-off home run.
Here's a shot to the right side. There's a strike right side, too. It's time to crown a champion in Kingsport. Welcome inside of Brickyard Ballpark. Gabriel Fry, Brendan Sweeney alongside me, and unbelievably, we have made it to the title bout, the trophy on the line in the AAC softball tournament. As we are just getting started between these two programs, Reinhardt punched their ticket, and what an unbelievable showdown we have in store.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun showdown, and if Reinhardt can pull this first one off, we'll have a second.
Pop that up as it sails foul off the top.
Yeah, quite an impressive run by Truett McConnell to this point in the tournament. The number 6 seed coming in, and they have run all the way through it without a loss yet. And Reinhardt has been tasked with the other side of things as the number 2 seed who lost in their first game after a bye. They then had to come back from the loser's bracket all the way to this point, and they've done so admirably.
Yeah, impressive work to put it lightly, as this is roped across. Play down at first is in time to retire her. One away.
Yeah, nice job. Avery Walker fields and throws to Kasalik at first, and first batter of the game retired by the Bears as Taylor Wade bounces out.
Nice start for this side, and Truett McConnell that is well rested, and we'll dig into that. Some stats, the history of these two programs that brings them to this pivotal showdown, what that means, and what we expect. More than anything, this is going to be a blast. What a fun final matchup in this tournament. I can't believe it came down to this.
Yeah. Ton of fun. Going to be a huge treat to watch. And just interested to see the storyline that's built throughout this game.
Got a hold of it, and Shirley drives that across, roped right to second base and gloved.
Yeah, Avery Walker with the put out. Ball hit the second base by the first two hitters of the Eagles, and the out's recorded as this is a good start for Gabby Hughes in the circle.
Fouled off. And quickly taking a moment to get to know both sides. Well, we have just a second between these two as Reinhardt is breaking in at bat first. She'll deliver the pitch. Reinhardt's lineup as that goes to the strike. From top to bottom, we've already seen Taylor Waite and Shirley. This is Height, Pettit, Friege, Shaylin, Stevens, Hutto, Schaefer, and Pettit rounding out the 10 today. This is roped off foul. And on the other side of things, we get a look, scratch that, excuse me, we get a look at Truett McConnell defensively. Skipper in center field, Suter on the left, Chiswick in right, Boatwright and Walker at third and second respectively. Folds alongside Boatwright. Morgan at first, Hughes pitching, and Heim is catching behind the plate today.
That's good stuff right there. Give us a early game view of what's out in the field. Tough hitter to pitch to, even with nobody on base here in Ansley Height. It's a 2-2 count to her, though, as Hughes jumped ahead early. Height's now trying to battle back.
And that sails by. The 2-2 becomes a full count for Height. The Reinhardt Eagles in their first at bat against the red-hot Truett McConnell Bears.
Yeah, that one just missed the zone. Very close to catching the outside corner for the strikeout.
Floater over the top goes foul.
Yeah, Height spoiling another tough pitch there on the outer edge of the plate as Hughes certainly staying away from the dangerous hitter in this Reinhardt lineup.
Staying alive with that count.
Yeah, looking at Gabby Hughes, the pitcher in the circle, a 2.78 ERA on the year. This is her 23rd start and her 28th overall appearance for the Truett McConnell Bears.
Tried to cut through that, and the side is retired by TMU. Great dealing from inside the circle in the first half inning by Gabby Hughes. She gets it done and sends us to the bottom half, where we will see the Bears of Truett McConnell go to bat. A look at the stats side by side. Truett McConnell on the left, Reinhardt University on the right. They've risen to 27 wins overall. Truett McConnell entering this championship bout with 29, both hitting around 300%. The Bears really close to 3 1/4. 40 homers.
Yeah.
Wow.
This Truett McConnell roster, I mean, you look at their hitters, they've got some serious power from top to bottom, and namely their 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Boatwright, Walker, and Folds. Those three all have double-digit homers on the year, so you want to pitch around them if you can and try to keep runners off base when they're up.
So we will welcome you back into the stadium as we get ready to go with the bottom half of this first inning. Pettit dealing first. And the lineup for the Truett McConnell Bears on the left side of your screen. Souter leading off. Boatwright second in the order. Walker and Folds following them. Morgan, Chiswick, Skipper, and Heim. Rounding it out, Walker, and of course, Gabby Hughes. Look at the lineup card between these two. This is popped foul over the top. And Reinhardt led in the left field by Shirley Wade in center field, Pettit in right field. Shaylin at first, Schaefer at second, Stevens the shortstop, and Friege at third. Pettit dealing from the circle, and Hutto catching. Pop that over the top as well as it goes foul. That's a look at your lineups in this one.
Yeah, Pettit, can't say enough about how impressive it is that she continues to throw for this Reinhardt team and really kind of put the team on her back. She held Bryant off the scoreboard in the game this morning, the elimination game.
And this is roped across, flown out. One away in this side of the first for Reinhardt's Eagles defensively. Boatwright next in the lineup. Roped across and tagging the bag with ease. Reinhardt records a second out, easily gathered by Shaylin.
That's a well-thrown pitch there. Gets in on the hands of Boatwright, and she hits a ground ball pretty softly over to first, where Olshaway has a pretty easy time picking it up and stepping on the bag.
Hold across, unable to keep that fair. So we've been going back over and over again to talk about the amount of work on the circle for the teams coming from the bottom side of the bracket.
Yeah, it's just a big volume, a big, large number of pitches that you have to throw, especially in the case of Pettit, who has been great throughout it, even with having to throw so many pitches. She's continued to be very effective in all of her appearances.
100%. Deserves to be named to the all-tournament team.
Yeah, and she certainly will be. She certainly will be.
She's breaking in her second game of the day after dealing in 4 outings total over the last 2 days. The delivery goes for the cut-through. Pettit picks up ball 1. A lot of emphasis on that. This is a floater in trouble as it's going to drop through. Nice little banger by Riley Walker, who puts herself on board at first, just able to bloop that.
Yeah, Pettit went to the changeup, the off-speed pitch that time, and Walker did enough to just let it get a little bit deeper and got enough of the barrel on the ball to find some dirt back behind second.
Quick look at that again. Just dropped in and able to get herself over to first. So with 2 away, Truett McConnell on the base path and doing some work.
Yeah, Grace Folds now the next hitter, another hitter with double-digit home runs, rather, on the season. Had 1 home run yesterday in their game against Bryan that they ended up winning 3-2. It was the first run of the game scored by either side. A high towering drive down the left field line that hooked around the foul pole.
Folds sees that roll. Walker waiting at first. So far, a good start for both of these sides. Truett McConnell would be feeling a lot better if they could get this moving around the base path. A roper is going to do just that as it drops in, and we are moving down to third. No, we won't. She'll stay put as they get it back in time to keep her at second base in scoring position.
Back-to-back bloop singles by Truett McConnell, the one from Walker in the middle of the diamond, and now Grace Folds hooks one over the third base bag down the foul line, and that's Truett McConnell in business here, but it started all of this with 2 outs, so got to keep coming up with clutch at-bats here if you're the Bears.
Oh, I think they've been clutch all season long, so maybe not too hard of a prospect, but you never know. Everything has changed. It feels like a lot of momentum swinging back and forth between different ball clubs and a lot of pressure on these young ladies. The tournament has flipped again. You know, during our elimination game, it felt like everything had been taken and shaken out upside down and left us kind of in tatters as this is roped foul. But Reinhardt surged into this championship. The 8-run rule, Brian.
Yeah. That was an interesting game. You watched early in that game. It seemed like it was going to be a tight battle. Both teams getting runners in scoring position pretty much at will, but then Reinhardt pulled away.
Delivered that for the ball. Fans saying that should have been a strike.
Very close. Very close to that outer edge.
Fouls that off as well. So Reinhardt now the hottest team in the field, and I think it's indisputable. They've scored 24 runs in their last 3 games.
Yeah.
This is their 4th game in 48 hours. They have scored more runs than they had in any 2-week period over the last 2 months in the last 48 hours. Over the top coming for us. Drops foul. That really could have got us.
Yeah, just landed a bit short of us, but hopped up onto the roof, right below where we're sitting.
Yeah, but man, I'm telling you, that was close enough. It's close enough. Last year, I took a baseball to the chest. We're moving, and everybody returns. So I guess my question for you is, and you know, not having an answer is an answer, right? Because I don't know. Reinhardt is red hot. I mean, they're as hot as you're going to get, right? 24 runs in 3 games. That's crazy. She goes down swinging, and that retires the side as Reinhardt will go back to bat exactly where they've been dangerous with those 24 runs. First of all, does that carry over against a team like Truett McConnell? That's my A. And my B is being so well rested a big advantage?
I think it carries over. You just have to continue doing what you've been doing over these last few games. And I do think Reinhardt being tired is an advantage for Truett McConnell. But at the same time, you know, I think that Reinhardt has shown they can score runs. They've played. Sometimes if you take a break, it takes a minute for you to get the rust off again. So Reinhardt's been playing. They've knocked all the rust off. Truett McConnell hasn't had a game today. So, you know, there's that part of it as well. So we'll see how everything goes. But I kind of don't really have a complete exact answer for you on that question, because I think it really just kind of depends how things go in this game specifically. I don't know that it's necessarily an answerable question.
Look at our final regular season standings. That's what brought us into the tournament.
Yeah, you see the 6th seed Truett McConnell in the driver's seat in this tournament. Pretty impressive for them to go through the way they have.
And they've been fantastic and a lot of fun to watch, as have these Reinhardt Eagles, and they're fun to watch every year. But Truett McConnell looking to spoil the comeback bit of Reinhardt, and a nice start in the top side of the 2nd inning. Little Roper to left field is floated into her glove, and she'll send her back to the dugout.
Yeah, Pettit just got underneath on that one and hit it too high in the air, as that's an easy play for Emmy Souter in left field to come make that catch.
Freegee, who plays third base next to the lineup for Reinhardt, a good bat, nice powerful swing, and a bit of accuracy to what she does, not a lot of spraying to it.
Yeah, Freegee definitely has hit the ball straight in center field, right center, left center pretty often this week. So she definitely has been on time against these pitchers that she's faced. See if that's any different against Gabby Hughes in this game.
Hughes. She's already got a strikeout in this. The 1-1 with one away becomes 2-1 in the top of the second. Hughes is peaking at the right time. She's peaked at the very end of this tournament. Pivotal for the success of the Bears.
Yeah, they've leaned mostly on Elizabeth Bennett in this tournament in the circle, but Gabby Hughes is another very good pitcher in the circle, actually has the better earned run average.
And gets a hold of that as it's going to bloop her easily over on board at first. The single short right field.
Yeah, you know, I think early in the game, that decision by Reagan Chiswick in right field is a smart one. Not being too aggressive to try to come get that fly ball in shallow right, because if she does and she misses it and it goes past her and it becomes extra bases for Frigi, that definitely gives more of a chance to score to Reinhardt in this inning.
This is always a dangerous bat. She can catch one at any time and make some magic happen, as Gabby Hughes now will deal over 25 pitches to Shaylin. Lets that go by the 0-1 ball. Shaylin plays first base. 1-1. Shaylin gets a hold of it. The floater to right field is collected from second base. 2 away on this side of the second inning for TMU's Bears.
Avery Walker tracking down another one here for TMU. That's the third play she's been involved in already here in the second inning and first innings combined.
Good deal. Molly Stevens.
Molly Stevens here. Yeah, I was going to say, that's another name we've called a lot. A lot of base hits from her over the course of this tournament.
Yeah, I don't really know how to describe it. I want to say she's the hot bat on the team. Obviously, height has been better. But I guess just her production has peaked in a way that is just unreal. She's been electric. Floater across, and not able to get that one to drop. TMU doing their job and going to work in the top of the second, limiting the red-hot Reinhardt Eagles, and they'll go back to bat. Back in Kingsport, Tennessee, we haven't seen Reagan Chiswick bat since yesterday, and she was great.
Yeah, Chiswick continues to be a big part of this team, make her case for all tournament honors. .344 hitter, 4 home runs on the year for Chiswick. Two straight out of the zone here. This is a good chance for Chiswick to get something to hit on this 2-0 delivery.
Chiswick's got to do something. 2-0 fouled off, and that's strike one.
Well, that's a good swing. You're looking for a good swing there in that situation, but just missed it. Fouled back to the screen.
Sails by, as that's going to go as well for ball 3 with none away in the bottom of the second. And Chiswick out ahead in the count against Pettit, who's got a strikeout already. Fouled off. I am amazed to this point with the durability of Ansley Pettit.
Yeah.
Man, what a warrior. She's got to be hurting.
Yeah, I mean, she's thrown a ton of pitches. It's obviously you look at softball and baseball side by side. Baseball, you can't throw as much as you can in softball, obviously, because of the arm motion, unnatural over the top as opposed to more natural underhanded deliveries. But still, I mean, to be pitching this many games in a tournament, I mean, it's quite impressive from Ansley Pettit.
Yeah, I don't, even if you're just coaching and you're seated in the dugout in the sun, if you spend 12 hours sitting outside of the sun at the field,
you get tired.
You're going to be tired. And also, think about all the tension and stress for these two teams. It's a lot of wear and tear. Payoff pitch is rolled across, and she is cut down one away. Over at first as Shaylin takes a quick delivery from second. That's
a huge play at second base to make that out, as it was hit pretty hard. I mean, that's a 2.5, 3-hop grounder to second base from Chiswick that was hit pretty hard. Had a good exit velocity on it.
And that cuts through for strike 2.
A tough spot here for Skipper.
Skipper wanted to cut on that and instead holds off for ball 1.
Yeah, I've noticed that Skipper is a switch hitter. Hit left-handed yesterday using the slap hitting strategy, but she's going right-handed right now.
Rolled across. A play is going to be in time over to first to cut her down. 2 away as Shaylin again collects. How about the sure-handed glove of Shaylin?
Yeah, good stuff there by this Reinhardt defense. They continue to pick up outs and keep Truett off the scoreboard. And this is what happened in the first inning. They got the first 2 outs of the inning, and then the Bears got 2 straight singles after that. But this time around, it's going to be up to the catcher, Mackenzie Heim.
Heim suffers the strike. No stress. Heim has been a really reliable presence at bat. Over the top.
It's a 274 hitter for the year for Truett McConnell. But behind 0-2, Pettit again way ahead of a hitter.
And she will go down to retire the side. Reinhardt gets it done in the bottom of the second. Hanging around with these guys. We'll be back with more softball action. It's the Appalachian Athletic Conference 2026 Softball Championship.
We hope is that, when you go through those growing pains, you learn from things that you wish you had done better. You learn from things that you did well, and you self-evaluate through the summer, and you figure out where exactly you need to improve, not just as a program, but as a head coach. What can I do better that will allow me to reach these young people better, that will give us a better chance to be successful. So, there's a lot of things as a head coach that goes into their offseason that I hope a lot take, and they evaluate and they do some reflection time, because as a head coach when I was, that was my best time for me to get better, so that when August got back here and we set that first team meeting and we set our expectations and our goals, I knew exactly where I was and where my mind was, so that we could send a consistent message, because it doesn't matter what message you give as a leader. If those players aren't going to buy into it and believe in it, it's going to be really hard for it to be executed.
So Cameron Nagel.
Back at Kingsport at the Brickyard Ballpark, Gabby Hughes from inside of the circle, facing down Shelby Hutto. So a big note at the top of my sheet for this championship bout between these two teams. Reinhardt has been red hot offensively. Talked about that right off the top. 24 runs in 3 games. Crazy production. Outpacing themselves for literally weeks at a time in just 3 games. They needed to come out and get started hot. Unable to produce yet. No worries. It's scoreless. No worries. No stress. No pressure. I will say TMU has been fantastic late in a pinch.
They have been in the tight games. You're right. That's where Truett McConnell has come through in this tournament. They did have 2 games where they, kind of took care of business with big wins. But outside of those 2 tight wins, and they got to this point undefeated. And I think, it's going to be interesting to see as this game goes along how it develops. If it ends up in a tight game at the end, Truett may have the upper hand.
I also would say Reinhardt is the highest offensive ceiling they've seen.
Yes.
So that's a different, can Reinhardt explode for 8 more runs? What happens then?
Yeah, I don't know if Truett can match that against Ansley Pettit.
Huge cut, and Gabby Hughes is hoping they won't have to as she strikes her out. Number 2 in the game.
Yeah, I mean, if this performance from Hughes continues against Reinhardt, they're not going to have to worry about scoring 8 runs. But obviously, they're at the bottom of the order right now. Reinhardt is, so when they get back to the top, it's an opportunity for them.
Rolled through, in trouble, and cut down at first, well in time for Truett McConnell's Bears, and quickly 2 away in the top of the 3rd.
Nice play on the glove side by Grace Folds there, fielding, throwing on the run across the diamond to first base in plenty of time, and it's back to the top of this Reinhardt order.
I think you and I both had some pretty significant expectations for a championship bout, whether it was going to be Reinhardt or Bryan.
Yeah.
But I will say, I did not expect where we're at right now, scoreless in the top of the 3rd. I thought we'd have a little bit of a, come out, bang, bang, it's like 2-0, then it's 3-2, and then maybe we're quiet until like the middle innings, bang, bang, it's 5. That's kind of what I was looking for, that or a runaway from somebody and a come from behind effort late in the game.
Yeah, I could have seen something like that happen early, but also look at these pitchers, and Ansley Pettit and Gabby Hughes are 2 of the best in this conference, and it's tough to score runs against those top flight arms that you see.
Got a hold of that sailing down the chalk, and she's going to stay alive as it does go foul and away from our left fielder. This is the top of the batting order for the Reinhardt Eagles, and Taylor Wade, who's 0 for 1. Wade delivers that across the roller. A throw to first is going to be in time to retire the side for Truett McConnell. Can Reinhardt keep soaring through the innings defensively? Will Truett break the deadlock? Find out next in the bottom of the 3rd.
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com.
Avery Walker, our leadoff on this side for Truett. McConnell facing down Pettit. Shows bunt. So Frank Osborne came through with a clutch stat. 399 pitches in the tournament entering this game. Is that correct, Frank? 399. So with her 35 entering this at bat, she is almost to 450 pitches, and a lion's share, maybe a Brian Lyons share, coming in the last 3 games in the last 48 hours. Sorry for being punny, as this is delivered over to first in time to cut her down. Reinhardt, a nice little defensive rope down the line.
Yeah, 3-4 put out there by Olshaway, fielding that bunt and getting it on to Schaefer, covering the bag. And that's a good way to start if you are the Eagles. I think that's a good idea for Avery Walker, trying to get herself on base with the bunt.
Souter hammers that, and it's controlled in center field by Taylor Wade to retire the second to the side, as we have a defensive duel on our hands. It's like an old-fashioned Cavalier sword fight on top of the mountain.
That was one of the better hit balls that we've seen in this game. Probably the best hit ball we've seen in this game from Souter right there. But again, unfortunate, it's right to a defender. So nothing comes of it.
Bears looking for a gap, deadlocked early. Boatwright, one of my favorite bats in the tournament, has been really fun to watch.
Yeah, she had a great regular season. She has struggled, though, pretty mightily here in this tournament, wearing the C on her right shoulder.
And that's going to go through for strike 2. So I feel like a low-scoring game. Like I said, Truett has banged from behind and come back and raced through in tight games. They haven't lost, no matter what the scenario to this point. This is going to be roped as well. The floater back toward the wall. This one is collected just in time for Reinhardt. A good play in the outfield to retire the side as they quickly flip 3. We'll keep you here and chat with you about what to expect and go through some more numbers and some history as to why I'm getting to that point. But while we talk, we're going to throw you across town and we'll watch the baseball game to get an update on that. We got 2 tournaments going simultaneously right now, full coverage from top to bottom. A lot of AAC fans are invested and interested in both baseball and softball, as John Burton, the athletic director of Reinhardt University, is on board on the broadcast over there. Kind of wish we could hear from him. Maybe we will do that.
Really good last night, and Montreat, there's going to be trouble for Johnson because, at this point in the game, up to this point, Montreat's probably been swinging hotter bats more than Johnson has. So when you get offenses that are going in this park and this time of year, they're really hard to slow down. And so this is going to be a tall order for Johnson to finish this out because, Barfield has been a guy in the past. Montreat, has seen a lot of, at St. Andrews. And I always think Coach Beck has a good game plan when they face him. So this one's going to be a good one all the way to the end.
So I talked about that a little bit yesterday.
And that is Lorenzo Robinson, the play-by-play announcer over there, taking over for Mr. Mark Shelley, who we were thrilled to have with us all week long. And with him is the athletic director of Reinhardt University, formerly the baseball coach, John Burton.
Yeah, that's a fun interview for sure. I'm sure for Lorenzo there. Talk to him about everything Reinhardt and also everything AAC baseball, a guy that's been around AAC baseball for a long time.
He has been a staple in the league and has had a wonderful career. John is exceptional in that he believes in helping young guys grow. And I just can't say enough about he's one of many, though, that are involved in the AAC. And the way that they treat people and help grow and mentor young men and women is so impressive to me. And I think that gets lost a lot in sports, and not with them, as we get the punch out by Gabby Hughes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It does get lost in sports, from time to time. Going over that from our vehicle here is a good option, during these broadcasts to be able to, kind of just highlight that type of stuff.
Delivered a little low. Burton very successful, went to the NAIA Baseball World Series, punched his ticket, competed very well. Unable to bring home the hardware, but man, did they come close a couple of times, and always representing the AAC well. Floater out in center, and she's gone. 2 away quickly in the top of the 4th for the Truett McConnell Bears. Gabby Hughes with 3 Ks, looking very good for TMU.
Yeah, height aboard. Unfortunately there, Boatwright unable to haul that one in. It went right off the tip of her glove. And so Height heads down to first here with 1 away.
Close one.
Yeah, nearly. She probably should have had it. It was a ball that was up in the sky long enough for her to track it down. It went off the tip of her glove as she reached out for it.
Kind of dealing with the sunshine early. It's coming from behind us.
Yeah.
I'm just blind. Pat, she's 0 for 1 with 1 away. As that sails by, the count rises 2-1.
Now, if you're Hughes in this spot in the circle, you can't let that error get to you. You've been so competitive, and you've been very effective so far. Just keep it up.
This is roped across, dropped in for the single as she makes it over to first. And Height in scoring position.
Yeah, nice swing from Emily Pettit. That's the 3rd hit of the game, back-to-back hits as they scored the Height pop-up a single. We're going to have a runner for Height at second base as Reinhardt senses that this may be a low-scoring game and they need to get this run across.
Hello to John and Lorenzo who are checking in on us over at Baseball. Appreciate you checking out the Softball Championship. Also available on the Southeast Sports Network. We'll be here through the battle and appreciate you.
Yeah, Kylie Freege is coming up in this spot with 2 on and 1 out. And I think if you're Reinhardt, you'd love to get these runners moved up. Hopefully without an out being recorded on the play, but you would probably give up an out to have 2 runners in scoring position for your next hitter in the lineup as well. Olshaway.
Drop that and staying put in scoring position.
And Maggie English, the runner, out at second. 9 steals on the year for her.
Cutting through for strike 1.
Yeah, second straight at bat that Hughes has gotten behind 2-0 in, and then got a strike. And last time, Pettit singled on this 2-1 pitch.
Chopped across, controlled, tagging the bag at third, and trying to turn the double across to first. She got it done. The double play to end the top side of the 4th inning. How about them Bears?
What a play.
A look back at the play to turn the side. Good contact. Bounced across at third, tagged the bag, bang, see you later. And that sends us to the next half inning in Kingsport.
The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Gear up and climb the Hawk's Nest. Work together as a team to complete 4 high ropes challenges, all while suspended 40 feet in the air. Finish with a zip through the canopies on our 310-foot zip line. Our ground course features 9 exciting challenges and is perfect for large and small groups. The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Thrilling fun for group events, parties, and field trips.
Back with a floater. And right off the rip, that is run down in right field by the Reinhardt Eagles as we have one away in the bottom of the 4th.
Good old-fashioned pitchers duel here from Kingsport, Tennessee at Brickyard Park. As one pitch, one out for Truett McConnell in the bottom of the 4th inning.
I'm not sure how to analyze that, right? Pettit is well over 450 pitches in the tournament. Almost to 300 in the last 48 hours, and looking strong.
She is. She is looking strong.
In time to first, as Reinhardt keeps it going 2 away in the bottom side of the 4th in the AAC softball title game.
She just has a great repertoire, and I think right now you notice that from Pettit. She's not leaving pitches in the middle of the zone. She's getting the corners, and it's tough to do anything with the pitches that she throws.
Getting some noise from the dugout of the Bears. Love the chance. Morgan cuts that and strike for her with 2 away in the bottom of the 4th. TMU is about 10 pitches ahead of Reinhardt in the total count at 53. 22 balls, 31 strikes. A dozen balls delivered by Pettit, 31 strikes. Strike percentage is 72% for Pettit, 58% for Hughes. Fouled off again as the count remains 1-2.
That number for Pettit is a very good number. I mean, you shoot for, you would like to be at 60%. That's kind of the threshold where you say, okay, that's a pretty good day, strike ball. 60%, it's a good number.
As she will go down swinging, and Reinhardt gets it done again. The Eagles retire the side to keep us deadlocked and scoreless as we are into the back stretch, the top of the 5th, when we return at Brickyard Park in Kingsport, Tennessee. Shalyn Osley, the leadoff hitter on this side for Reinhardt. Welcome to the top of the 5th. Osley going to try to get Reinhardt working on the base path, and after their hottest stretch of the season offensively, 24 runs in 3 games. We have eggs in the top of the 5th in our championship game.
Yeah, it's a interesting start to this game, and really the offenses have both been kind of dealt with nicely by the pitching staffs. Hughes and Pettit have been pretty masterful to this point. And Hughes got out of a jam, 2 on with 1 out last inning, and then the double play grounded into by Kylie Freege got Truett McConnell back to bat in the bottom of the 4th, but they were retired in order as well.
Let's that go by as she'll suffer another strike in the top of the 5th. The leadoff hitter, Shaylin, battling the count now with Hughes. Let's that go by as the count full between Gabby and Shaylin. Both pitchers have faced 14 batters. Chopped off of her foot. Oh no. Hopefully she's all right. Went down quickly.
Yeah, that's never fun getting hit by a ball in your ankle foot area on a foul ball.
And there's some toughness for you. Running it out with a smile on her face. There you go. That's awesome. Shaylin back to work for Reinhardt. Chopped across down the foul line. Play it first well in time for TMU. The Bears cut her down to open the top of the 5th. 1 away.
A good start to the inning for Truett McConnell. That is a result they will take all day. The slow roller on the ground on the infield.
Delivers this with a big swing. Count even at 1.
Nice pitch by Hughes there, evening the count up. Stevens retired in her last at-bat.
Delivers this for a ball. Real tight on the 2-1. What is going on?
We're talking about the baseball game going on right now.
Yeah.
The Cavs are up 5-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning over there at Hunter Wright Stadium.
Chopped off foul, and that fills the count for Molly Stevens. Now the payoff pitch is sent right field foul. Almost in danger. Two really cool institutions of higher education. 2,200 students enrolled at TMU. There's a little commercial time there, marketing departments that I'm sure are tuned in. Get excited for this as she's going to be walked. Good
That's
opportunity.
Huge. That's huge. First walk given up in this game by Hughes, and we're going to see a substitution made by Reinhardt here in this spot.
TMU, the 2,200 students on campus in Cleveland, Georgia. They've got a gorgeous campus.
Hitting for the Eagles, number 3.
President is John Yarborough. 230 acres for the Bears. Named for Truett and McConnell. It was a college. Before turning to a university, opened with 55 students. That was back in 1947, following World War II. The school accredited in 66 and issued 2-year degrees. In 2002, approved to offer 4-year degrees.
How about that?
Very cool stuff. Notable alumni, Matt Papa. Remember the Cabbage Patch Kids? Xavier Roberts, alumni. And Mitchell Wiggins, NBA player, father of Andrew Wiggins. He played hoops there from 78 to 79.
It's an interesting fact.
Pretty good one.
Yeah.
Ripped through and over to second, trying to turn the double, unable to do so. But they do get the play to keep her from reaching scoring position as Hughes continues to deal heat from inside of the circle against these Reinhardt Eagles. 2 away.
Yeah, good work getting the lead runner. Number 9 hitter Stephanie Schaefer is next for Reinhardt. And if you're Truett McConnell, you would like to get the out here, not have to face the top of the order in this inning with runners on base.
Ripped off foul. I won't do you dirty, Reinhardt. We'll get everybody happy, both presidents, marketing directors, I'm sure, with us today. Mark Roberts, the president of Reinhardt. 1,300 students nestled in the beautiful rural mountains of Waleska, Georgia. And they've got a great campus, beautiful athletic facilities. This is floated to the outfield to retire the side. TMU getting it done will flip us to the bottom of the 5th. Reinhardt, not only the great facilities, though, and excited for the plans that John Burton, I know, is working on to make good changes, positive changes to that athletic department, but a cool history. Corporal Reinhardt, a successful lawyer after the Civil War with the firm of Reinhardt and Hook in Atlanta, owned interest in an Atlanta streetcar line, went to the North Georgia Conference of Methodist Church and appealed for them to provide a strong miniature and teacher to start a school. And this was part of his philosophy. The American Civil War led to a lot of hardships. They started to rebuild the country, and he felt like there was no good education north of Atlanta in Cherokee County, and he loved where he lived. So Corporal Reinhardt, who had been an Army captain in 1883, founded this school and offered a yearly salary of $1,000 to start the school. And with that, in 1884, Reinhardt fired up. James T. Lynn, a graduate of Emory College, was the school's first teacher, and it was named Reinhardt Academy, and just rolled on from there. Still around today.
How about that? It's a lot of fun to hear the history of these institutions and just kind of the old stories of how they came to be. I think it's a lot of fun to know. Have a little bit more pride in where you come from, what school you go to for these athletes too, to know that type of thing.
Bang through, controlled, and sent across to first in time to return her to the dugout with 1 away in the bottom of the 5th for Reinhardt.
Another first pitch out for Ansley Pettit to start an inning. That's the 3rd straight inning that she's retired the first batter of the inning on 1 pitch. And that certainly helps her cause out in the circle.
Her numbers just look better and better as this is floated back. And this one is trouble for Reinhardt as she is moving around the base path. Across second, coming through, down to 3rd in scoring position. Ball's loose. TMU going to stay put in the clay and dust with 1 away in the bottom of the 5th. Oh, baby, she gets over to 3rd, and this thing is ready to pop.
Taylor Wade, a huge mistake in center field there. Misjudged the ball out in center field, thinking it was hit in front of her, but instead she takes 3 steps in, and the ball goes over her head and results in a triple here with 1 out. That is a massive play in this game.
What an opportunity. Truett McConnell now. A chance. Prime rib on the board for the taking.
And a pinch hitter called upon here.
McGahee stepping up to the deck. Lets that go by. Pettit entered this game 1 pitch away from crossing the 400 mark this week.
Limited action for McGay. He is a pinch hitter in this game. She's hit .242 this season. She is 8 for 33 on the season. Giving it a chance here with a runner at third base, 60 feet away.
Big cut. Strike 2. Count is even with 1 away in the bottom of the 5th. Runner in scoring position, an opportunity to blow this thing wide open for TMU. Huge cut, she goes down swinging, 2 away, and maybe in danger of retiring the side with a runner in scoring position.
Truett McConnell needs a base hit out of Avery Walker now in this spot. 2 outs, runner at third base after the strikeout of the pinch hitter. And Pettit trying to keep her team even and deadlocked in this one.
Avery Walker's got some fight in her. She's got a real nice stance, the way she approaches and swings, crystal clear, clean. Plays very well on the other side of the ball, too. 0 for 1. Can she be clutch? In the game of the year for Truett McConnell's Bears, they can take it.
281 hitter is Avery Walker coming into this game. 0-2 pitch.
Sauce to Drew. Ball 1. Count starting to fill up with 2 away and the runner in scoring position at third. TMU with how expensive, how difficult it's been to score. They're going to take it, and that is cash money for Truett McConnell. The Bears find their way to the den. It's 1-0. Truett McConnell lead at Kingsport.
Wow, huge clutch hit from Avery Walker on the line drive down the left field line. And that is a massive swing for Truett McConnell with how well their pitcher, Gabby Hughes, has been in the circle.
Floater, and that retires the side. It is a 1-0 tug of war, a battle that will resume in a moment. And boy, do we have a close one on our hands in the championship rounds.
What if you can have it all? A place to call home, a great job, and a safe and welcoming community to raise your family. You can have all that and more in Kingsport, Tennessee. For the past quarter century, Kingsport has been on a mission to reinvent itself as the first professionally planned and privately financed city of the 20th century. Kingsport has earned the nickname the Model City. From award-winning educational initiatives to business incubators to the surrounding natural beauty, Kingsport is just the right size to have the amenities you need without the traffic and crime of a larger city. With a vibrant downtown, great shopping and dining, and a thriving local economy, Kingsport is the perfect place to call home. Ready to start loving where you live? Choose Kingsport. Visit movetokingsport.com and discover all the reasons why this charming town is the perfect place to call home.
Taylor Wade is leading us off in the top of the 6th, and the star Reinhardt Eagle very much due for some production. She's been red hot all season long as the glove just able to get a hold of that one. What a play in the outfield for TMU.
Oh my goodness, Emma Skipper comes up with a running grab in the left center gap. She is the one who hit the triple and scored the go-ahead run last inning. She beat Taylor Wade last inning, and she beats her again here by making that catch in the gap.
fouled off into the backstop, and that takes us to the next in the order. Another bat who ice cold in this championship bout, but very, very hot in the tournament. A key piece of powering Reinhardt back to this game again. Surely. Zipped that through. One away in the top of the 6th inning. 1-0 Truett McConnell Bears. And the situation has just become more and more stressful. But Reinhardt, you know, this is a golf swing, short center. Did she dig that out for the second out of the side? Very close, able to make it as that one just skeeters over the grass. One away and a runner at first for Reinhardt.
Yeah, Skipper picked that one up on the short hop in center. A great effort, though, to come get that ball before it hit the ground. But it's Ansley Height coming up here with a runner on first and 1 out. And this is the part of the order that Reinhardt needs to get something from, and I think it needs to happen now because this is the 6th inning. If it gets through them now, in the 7th, they'll have to deal with the bottom of their order.
Height has been one of the hot bats in the tournament, one of our favorites to watch all week long. Reinhardt came from behind to beat Milligan. It was really tight, and they edged the #1 seed, Johnson. They controlled and took that one away, an 8-0 blowout against Bryan to scoot their way back to the title. That goes through for strike 2.
Man, it's a nice changeup from Hughes. Height completely fooled. Couldn't get the bat off her shoulder there. See what Hughes goes to here on the 0-2.
Outside, ball 1 with 1 away, a runner at first. Height, the hot bat in the lineup. Truett had the rest. They've got the bullpen preservation. Roper across into the deep center field and able to get under it, 2 away. What a play in center. How did she catch that?
Oh my, Emma Skipper is coming up huge for this Truett McConnell side here in the 6th inning. Oh my.
How in the world did she catch that?
I have no clue. We'll see it again here.
My goodness, so Height gets great contact, and it looks like this is it. This is the hit that Reinhardt will finally drive in a run, or at least be poised to do so. Able to get a hold of that, sends Height back to the dugout, and Reinhardt 2 away with Emily Pettit at the plate and a runner stuck at first right now.
Man, that's huge. She just stole second, Shirley did, on that first pitch to Emily Pettit, which was a ball low and out. So a 1-0 count to Pettit, runner in scoring position. That's the tying run out there at second base.
Drop through low. This could be your last great chance. I mean, it is the top of the 6th inning. You're only going to get 1 more at bat. You have 4 outs left to play with. You know, that's how I look at it. You've got 4 outs of room to play with. How far have those taken you?
Yeah, at this point, I mean, you haven't scored a run. At this point, you need to score. It may be your only chance.
It may be. I mean, you'll get one on paper.
On paper, but you're going to the bottom of your order. You'll have 5, 6, 7 hitters starting next inning for Reinhardt if Pettit is retired here. And you're down by a run. I mean, that's tough sledding against Hughes, who's been masterful in the circle.
Banged across in front of the circle. The play at first is going to be fast enough to retire the side and send us to the bottom of the 6th. Truett McConnell and the Bears leading just 1-0, seeking insurance against the Reinhardt Eagles, who they have held quiet through 6. this is a look at your stats from last game of the two teams entering. Reinhardt able to persevere and make it to the championship and battle Truett McConnell's Bears. Their records, their hitting percentages as a team, the number of home runs. That's a wild word to say at this point in the game. Probably just jinx somebody. The ERA, the strikeouts, I mean, they've been red hot. And now we'll see Pettit come back to the circle over 450 pitches of the tournament.
You know, it's interesting. This inning, I think, this half inning is extremely important for Reinhardt because you're facing the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in this lineup for Truett McConnell.
Banged off, and the play over at first in time for Reinhardt's Eagles. If Reinhardt can flip this side quickly, Pettit's got 4 Ks, immediately cuts one down. If they can hold them at bay, keep them quiet through the helpful glove, the arm of Pettit, they'll get that chance to respond. 3 outs to play with for the Eagles on the offensive side. And a hush like we've yet to hear in the entire tournament falls over Brickyard Park as the tension has reached a crescendo.
You know, we've gotten it out already, and it happened on the first pitch again. That's the 4th inning in a row that Truett McConnell had their first hitter out on the first pitch of the inning.
That is a huge swing for strike one. It evens our count as Riley Walker. Walker has been so good. So good.
And Pettit's been good, too. She just gave up that 1 run last inning in a 2-out piece of hitting by Avery Walker that right now has proven that it may be decisive.
Count even at 1. 1 away. It's going to rise to 2-1 after that last ball. Floated. Back toward the wall, and it's out of here. See you later. Goodbye. Truett McConnell's Bears cannon out of the venue. And at Brickyard Park, they are leading 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th over the Reinhardt Eagles.
Man, this half inning, like I said before it, extremely important for Reinhardt because you are facing 3 dangerous hitters to start the inning, and now you've seen one of them go yard on you and double the lead to 2 runs, which feels almost insurmountable at this point.
It's the 43rd home run of the year for the Truett McConnell Bears as that is cranked over the right field wall. In the championship game, she comes up as big as you can, standing tall for her program and for the Bears to give them a nice cushion headed to the top of the 7th. Reinhardt now must slam the door. Do not forget they've scored 24 runs in 3 games.
True. That's a true statement, yes.
Indeed. Statistically speaking, they have scored 24 runs in 3 games. You know, they went from comeback team to control overnight through those 3 games, and then they come up against Truett McConnell, and it's like car meet brick wall.
Yeah, that's exactly what I feel like it is. I mean, there has been no sign to me in this game that Reinhardt is going to score a run in this game.
Yeah, it's going to take an old-fashioned, you know, think about how they've exploded for runs. It's going to have to look like that.
Yeah, it is going to have to look like that.
They're going to score 6 or 0.
It's going to take Hughes coming out of her herself a little bit in that last inning, who has been extremely steady in this game in the circle for Truett McConnell. It's going to take her coming out of herself and just, you know, losing the command probably a little bit and leaving pitches down the middle in that last inning. And again, Reinhardt not in the most favorable spot in their order either. They've got the 5, 6, and 7 hitters coming up to begin the next inning.
That's tough. Between that and Pettit, 57 pitches of complete game.
Yeah,
against Bryan.
And that's an extremely efficient game pitching for Pettit. I mean, that's exactly what you want if you're Reinhardt, is your pitcher to throw an extremely efficient game, and really probably keep her fresh enough at least to maybe think about pitching in the next game if it gets to the if necessary game. But down by 2 runs and your offense has not done anything, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, I got to think that Reinhardt, I mean, honestly, this is going to sound insane, but like if you're coaching, if you're in the dugout, Reinhardt literally needs to abandon ship on the game plan, and the story is you go to your players and you say, listen, you are great. You've got this.
Yep.
Keep strong. Have momentum. You have to make something happen. You can do it. That's the message. The strategy, the whiteboard, the notes, throw them in the trash. Just get fired up.
Yeah, every at-bat becomes of the utmost importance for Reinhardt specifically in this bottom of the 6th and then the top of the 7th.
Rolled through, and the leaker is going to make things even more dangerous for the Eagles. Thinking about going on, and trouble down at third as she's able to make it. Runners on the corners with 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. TMU and the Bears surging late in Kingsport.
Yeah, good work by Truett McConnell. Another hit. They are threatening to add even more insurance, and I think if anything else gets put on this board right now, oh man, I think Truett may clinch their spot as the AAC tournament champs.
Rolling, and here she comes on cue. More on the board. TMU makes it 3-0. The errant pitch rolls into the chain link, and she hustles down the line to score.
Yeah, unfortunately, looking a little bit like Reinhardt is unraveling slightly here in this bottom of the 6th. Truett McConnell taking advantage of that with base hits, good base running, taking advantage of opportunities and mistakes by the Reinhardt defense. What a game this has been for Truett McConnell, as we're going to see a pinch runner at second in this spot.
Well, what work all season long. Georgia Patton coming on to pinch run. What great work all season long by Dylan Reichenberg, the head softball coach out of Elk Grove, California, Franklin High graduate who spent time at Lassen College on strike 1. He transferred and played at Truett McConnell, was a great athlete, spent 3 years with the Bears, and now returned to lead this softball program, and obviously done a very nice job coaching them through this tournament. Now into our title bout and a chance to close the door against the Reinhardt Eagles. Dropped it through. Tanner Griffith, the head coach for Reinhardt University. And Griffith has done an excellent job helping them bounce back. He got them motivated to score 24 runs in 3 games. Can he find a way to get a little more out of them as this is roped quickly across the play down over to third as Reinhardt is able to keep him put. Bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, Chiswick ground out, moves the runner Patton, who was pinch running, over to third here with 2 outs. And Emma Skipper, hero last inning defensively with 2 unreal catches, is coming up here.
Reichenberg with a quick word on her, and Skipper, who we've seen successfully pinch run already, coming through for TMU and the Bears. Retires the side. Unable to score that final run as she goes out over to first. What a bottom of the 6th. Reinhardt will have one final chance to respond in the top of 7. in Kingsport, Tennessee. It's the top of the 7th. Floated by a ball. Reinhardt has 3 outs to play with to force a second game. Freegie's 1 for 2. Floater. In significant danger in the infield, and one away at second base by the Bears of Truett McConnell, who are looking to retire the game and claim the hardware. Great play by Walker.
Good spot for that pitch by Hughes. Gets in on the hands of Freegie. She cannot straighten it out. Pops it up to Walker at second.
We've got a great crew here with us in the press box all tournament. Haley and Christian. Appreciate you guys. Frank, Jay Stansel, all hanging out, bringing this to life. Had fun chatting with the officials. Haley, a big admirer of the play of Shaylin at first. Just told me how impressed she is with her ability to glove the ball. Great heads up first base player. Floater across. Goodbye. 2 away. And TMU is threatening the Reinhardt Eagles in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, this would have to be an otherworldly comeback at this point for Reinhardt to tie this game. I mean, you need 2 really good at-bats from 2 bottom-of-the-order hitters, and then you need a home run to tie it.
Stevens, strike 1. She's 0 for 1 today. Hughes is almost to 100 pitches. Fouled off into the backstop. The final out to keep their championship dreams alive. Reinhardt must score or end their year inches shy of the title. With a strikeout, Truett McConnell wins. A ball. Everybody fired up in the stands. It has come down to the wire. The pressure all on Molly Stevens, the catcher, who has been clutch this week. Stevens. Fouled off, almost under that. Coming after that, trying to get down there is the catcher, Mackenzie Heim. There's 2 away. 1-2, floater center field, and TMU has done it. Truett McConnell's Bears record the 3rd out and win the 2026 Appalachian Athletic Conference Softball Championship. The Bears win.
What a game from Truett McConnell. I mean, Gabby Hughes, how about that stepping up in this game and hurling a shutout against a team, like you just said, before this last inning, Reinhardt scored 24 runs in the last 3 games coming into this one. Gabby Hughes says, I don't care about that. You can't hit me, and shuts him down. And Truett McConnell picks up a 3-0 win in the championship game to earn an automatic bid to the national tournament as the number 6 seed in the Appalachian Athletic Conference.
What a victory for the 6th seed. They come through in a clutch way like we haven't seen in a long time and absolutely control the championship. They were well rested, well prepared, and took down a Reinhardt team that could not have been hotter coming into this final game. Congratulations to Truett McConnell, and we would be remiss to not congratulate Reinhardt, not only on a great regular season, but what a run to race to the finish line against TMU.
Yeah, they had to come back from the loser's bracket after losing their very first game of this tournament, and they did it. They came all the way back and went up against Truett McConnell. and the head coaches embracing. You can see out there in the circle right now. What a great, great performance by both of these teams, and great friends. You can see the head coaches of these two programs, and so just unbelievable. Truett McConnell goes through this tournament unbeaten, just never really had a whole lot of trouble. The only game that really was close was the one that they played against Bryan yesterday that got them into this game.
Yeah, that was a tight one, and able to squeeze through.
Yep.
Able to make it happen time and time again and just battle through the tournament. That's what you have to do. You have to dig deep, play hard, and find a way to get it done. Congratulations to Truett McConnell on doing exactly that. What a performance, and classy to see the head coaches embrace in the circle. Really cool.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about this conference is everybody has so much respect for each other. And just to see the scenes right now, the AAC head honchos setting up the table with the shirts, the championship T-shirts down there in front of home plate. Got the Truett McConnell squad getting ready for the award ceremony that we will have momentarily.
That is the head honchos, there they are.
Yeah.
Live in HD here to deal out the shirts, the hardware, the awards. Stand by for the awards ceremony and some final thoughts. We're not leaving you yet, as we'll show you the team photo and check in on the other side of town. You can be with us all day long and tomorrow for the baseball championship as well of the Appalachian Athletic Conference. We'll be on site and having fun in that game, and all that coverage live now and ongoing.
This is popped up, goes foul. A grounder. The throw. In time. Out number 3. We are going into the ninth.
And from Bryant College, Lakin Lockhart and KP Smith.
He gave me thumbs up and told me, but gotta wait for Reinhardt to get back over here.
And now we'll recognize our all-tournament team members from Reinhardt University. Ansley Height. Emily Pettit. And Ansley Pettit. And now for our all-tournament team members from Truett McConnell University, Emma Skipper. Riley Walker. And Elizabeth Bennett. Also on the all-tournament team, our AAC softball tournament MVP, number 4, Grace Folds. Congratulations to all of our 2026 AAC Softball All-Tournament team members. And now for the presentation of the team trophies, beginning with the 2026 AAC Softball team runner-up, Reinhardt University. And now for the presentation of the green banner. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 AAC Softball Tournament Team Champions from Cleveland, Georgia, Truett McConnell University.
Well, how about that? A photo perfect finish for Truett McConnell's Bears. Congratulations to the Bears. That was Christian Zylstra, our public address announcer, going through the awards, and appreciate the opportunity to bring you all the coverage this week. That would be an understatement. This is one of my favorite events I get to cover all year long, and the deep respect that I have for Bill, for Jay, the Appalachian Athletic Conference, the staff that works these tournaments, the players, the coaches. Man, just saying that I have that deep respect doesn't describe how much love I feel for these teams and the games they play, and it is really, really special to play a small part in that and be here to witness it. It's so cool. Season in, season out, to see the battles, and softball is probably one of my favorites, though. It's a blast every time.
Yeah, this was a ton of fun to watch this whole tournament, and just so impressive to see Truett McConnell go through the way they did in this tournament. You don't see that happen very often. You don't see just a clean sweep through the tournament too many times in history here at the AAC tournament.
Yeah, no, really, really cool. A lot of fun. Big thank you to Jay and Bill and the AAC for having us again, having me again. Big thank you to Visit Kingsport for your hard work, Christian, Haley, and of course you yourself, Frank Osborne. Really, really appreciate it. Could not be nearly a fraction as good without great people making awesome stuff happen. And that not only goes for the broadcast, but the whole tournament, right? It really brings it all together. And what a special event, and so fun to be part of. Any quick closing thoughts?
You know, I just think that this has been such a fun event. A lot of impressive softball seen in this tournament. We saw everything. We've seen high-scoring games throughout the tournament. We've seen low-scoring games. We've seen blowouts. We've seen tight battles to the end. It's just been a whole lot of fun to see all this really good softball in the Appalachian Athletic Conference come to a head here at the end of the year with Truett McConnell as our tournament champs.
There you have it. Brendan, thank you again for being with me. Signing off one last time for 2026 from Brickyard Softball Park. For the Bears, for the Eagles, for all the fans, for the Appalachian Athletic Conference, all the fans, thank you for being with us. Looking forward to catching you again next year. Your final score 3-0 as TMU is able to hang on and best the Reinhardt Eagles, who surged from behind in the underside of the bracket for the big victory. Today's game, the championship, will be archived and available for replay inside of the app or platform where you viewed it. All games and events airing on our networks are broadcast live and are copyright material. We'll catch you next time on the Southeast Sports Network.
For Montreat. Swing and a miss for strike number 3. Such a critical strikeout for Bodie Yates with the bases loaded. His first K of the outing.
The third baseman, Hunter Purchase.
Down goes Daniel Restrepo. Up to the plate now is Hunter Purchase. Purchase 1 for 4. Purchase is going to watch that one go into the zone for strike number 1. Bases still loaded for Montreat, so the scenario remains the same. A base hit likely brings in 1, probably 2.
And this game to this point.
Big swing on that. Taylor crushes it back toward the wall. Pinballs off of the chain link, and the Lions running them home. Here come a pair as the ball skeeters off the backstop. Bryan College running it up in Kingsport, Tennessee.
2-run double. Great swing.
Chopped across and headed to third, now coming home. Look at the wheels. At home plate, uncontested, a stand-up score to deadlock us at a run apiece between the Golden Tigers and the Bears.
See, that's why Brenau is dangerous. You get them at the top of their order. If they get one of their top,
Somebody just looked it up. They're the only koala. Is that you?
Yeah.
That's wild. That's cool.
Yeah, only koalas in the whole country. Crazy.
That's a quality mascot, as this is a foot race to first. Just over the bag. One away.
Question how many times he poked the bat, but
And he drills it to deep right field and one hops the fence. She'll hustle around second. She's going for third. The relay. Not in time to throw. Goes past the third baseman, but great backup by Madison Hood. Actually, it's the left fielder on that one. Reese Burns, who backs it up to keep that from getting away. Next pitch grounded through the right side into right. Coming around third. The throw to the plate, not in time. Johnson walks it off. RBI single by Adelaide Hubbard. And the Royals, the top seed in this AAC tournament, have pulled it off in extra innings.
Bresnell. The 1-2 is just ripped past Bresnell. Controlled, wanted to turn the double, but instead, it's going to be the second out of the side for Milligan's Buffs, and Reinhardt tried to take a swing on that, and she comes home to score another. Hello, 4-3. Milligan Buffs in the lead for the first time on day 2 of the AAC softball tournament.
They didn't check it.
Delivered, hammered. Here she comes to score, and that's exactly what she'll do as she's in time and safe. Sliding through the clay to make it a 2-run advantage for the Buffaloes, who are thundering in their hometown, Kingsport, Tennessee.
My goodness, what an inning for the
Be their largest win. Hello, ladies. The Milligan Buffs are coming to get us. We're in trouble. We got the INT photo shoot. There you go. Congratulations, Milligan Buffs. We love it, and we will see you tomorrow and throughout the tournament.
Trying to get the attention of Pico off the hitter.
Well, I think the attention's on this one to right field as it bloops down and scores the first run of the game. Hello, CIU Rams. You're on the board, 2-0.
Huge swing of the bat from Raleigh Stewart. A triple out to right to bring home 2 runs. And that is a great start and a great rally here with 2 gone in this bottom of the 2nd inning. Big swing.
Floater looking to retire the game, and they do. Pikeville's done it. The Bears win and advance in the 2026 Appalachian Athletic Conference Softball Tournament. Congratulations to you, Pike.
And then nibble on the edges of the zone.
Controlled that and sailing back towards the wall for the Bernal Golden Tigers. Dayton Power, how about it? Showing off all the power that she's got. Bang, out of here for Bernal's Golden Tigers. They're right back in it again in the bottom side of the 2nd in Kingsport.
That's the ground ball to shortstop with 2 outs. Then the shortstop Smith was unable to corral.
Oshaway hammers this, rolling through. That's going to score a run, and she is safe over at first. And the Eagles deadlock us, bringing home the pinch runner and sailing over home plate, not just once but twice to take the lead, 6-5 at the top of the 5th.
Huge swing of the bat from Oshaway there, and that is a clutch hit that has been sorely needed here in these last few half innings from these teams. Oshaway delivers. Next delivery flew nicely. Grounded up the middle, a base hit. 1 run is in, the 2nd runner storming around 3rd to the plate. She slides in safely, and Bryan extends their lead to 3. It's 3-0.
Chopper right across to the shortstop. Rope looking to turn the double. Got her! The double play. It's a 6-4-3 to retire the side. What a move for the Bryan Lions, who are cooking with gas. We're headed down the back 3rd of this one in AAC tournament play. Lozano, rope fair, popped into the air, and that scores another for Bryan College and the Lions as the bases remain loaded in Kingsport.
Unfortunate there for the Johnson defense.
Popped up, she is in trouble. Out near the wall, goodbye. Tagging up and coming home to score another, make it 6-0. Welcome to Kingsport, Tennessee. The Bears finding honey in the tree.
Yeah, 6-0 Truett after that sac fly from Riley Walker. A good
control. Johnson, it leaks into the left field, and that scores another pair of runs. The Royals bringing them home as Autumn Kaywood goes to work. It is now 3-2. Johnson Royals leading the Pikeville Bears on the top side of the 3rd inning. The 2 count is even up at 1. For the leadoff hitter on this side, floated back towards the wall, and we're deadlocked. Alexis Emery, dial up Pikeville, Kentucky on the cell phone. They're going to deliver that one airmail back home.
Wow, what a huge at-bat for Emery. I mean, that is her first home run of the season. Comes in this game, an elimination game, trailing by 1 run to tie the score.
Alexis Emery cooking with gas. through the circle, and the play across is more than enough time to get home. Oh my goodness, ELGSES, the Eagles are on fire. It's 11-6.
7 runs.
Going after it, that thing runs through, and more runs coming for the Reinhardt Eagles as they score.
Wow. What an inning for the Buffaloes. Again, it's another 5-run inning against these Eagles.
I can't believe it. 6-0 Milligan. Trying to produce, ropes it out. That's it. Truett McConnell wins. The Bears win. Truett McConnell advances in the winner's bracket in the 2026 AAC softball tournament. Congratulations to the Bears. Championship Friday on the line. Pettit delivers, rope through the circle, loose, gathered, sent to first, done. Reinhardt wins. Reinhardt advances to Championship Friday, 5-3, a victory over the Johnson Royals, and just able to close it out in the bottom of the 7th. What a battle down to the wire. Hits that, and it's going to go off the wall. She's making her way to scoring position. Down at third, they're going to keep going. It's into the 6th inning and put themselves back at bat, but they might not be able to as this is a roper down. Stays fair, she's headed to scoring position at 2 now as the ball is loose, headed to 3 and slides in. A prime game is a huge one. And that's chopper through. Hey, there you go. That one comes home effortless. TMU. A 2-run advantage in the top of the 8th. It's 3-1. Bears lead the Bryant College Lions.
Fourth pitch, a strike from Caldwell. Ethan Caldwell went 15 straight retired batters. He gets into some trouble here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Popped up into the air by Almeida. Restrepo's underneath it. He has it. It's over. The Montreat Cavs knock off the Johnson Royals for the 2nd time this week. The 2nd seed in the tournament has been sent home at the hands of the 8th seeded Cavaliers.